Hello. It's good to see you. Today we are back with this bag of jewelry from Goodwill. We started this one a few days ago and we went through some of it, but there's still a lot in here. So I've kind of just folded it back. I just kind of rolled it up on itself. And we're going to start, we're going to go back to just pulling things out of here and seeing what we can find. The first thing we have are two silicone bracelets. Ooh, this pink one's pretty. This it's kind of like a tie-dye, and it says Think Pink. Pink with ZTA. Oh, Zeta, Theta, Alpha maybe? It's a sorority possibly. I don't know, I was never the sorority type. I'm just guessing that might be what that is, but I don't know. Yeah, you find a lot of these silicone bracelets in here. A lot of them are breast cancer awareness, different events and things. Now this one has a price tag on it. Look at these curly seashells. Ooh, they're weird. It's like they've been cut off. It's like it was the inside, you know, of a conch shell or something where it kind of spirals. Ooh, I can't get it out. Oh, we saw some of these last time. These gray shells. Look at these cool little shells. Gosh, there's so many of them. Look at them. Wow. Here's a little crack bag. What's in the crack bag? Oh, I don't know, but it's interesting. Look at this. I thought it was a button, but it's not. Some of that Walter White blue stuff. Let me see. Oh, it has little flecks of sparkly stuff in it. It's almost like the blue flecks that you see in opal sometimes, but it's plastic. But it has little reflective things in it. Ooh, they're kind of blue. They really catch the light. It looks like this was meant to be glued onto something. It's very pretty. I'll put it back in this little crack bag. I'll just keep it there. Here's a ball all by itself. A swinging ball on a broken piece of elastic. This is a multifaceted, beautiful little blue bead. It's a blue ball swinging. Look, it's very sparkly. It's multifaceted. I love that blue. That's a pretty blue. What's this? Oh, it's like a little pendant. Is that plastic? I think that's plastic. It's red and black. It's kind of marbly. I think that was the word Bob Ross used, marbly. When he would mix the paint with the palette knife, he would, until you got the marbly look, and then you cut across, get a little roll of paint. It's marbly like that. I could see him using marbly paint like this to paint some rocks. That would be really cool. Yeah, I think it's a pendant, but it looks like something up here is broken, so I don't know. We have a runaway ball. Oh, it's sort of an amber color. It's plastic, but it's very pretty. I think we found some of these last time. I look back in there and I see more. I think we must have a broken necklace. That's just a wad of stuff. Here's a springy something or other, but like nothing wants to come out. There's another ball. 2 balls. Look. 3. 3 balls. I knew a guy that had 3 balls. I didn't get to see him. He mentioned it in conversation. I didn't know what to say to that, but he had 3. And good for him. Okay, well, we're just going to get a bunch of stuff at once. Ooh, how weird. Look at this. Oh, this is separate. Look at all these shells. Wow. Aren't they pretty? And they're all just chunked together on this necklace. And then you got balls at the end. And these are wooden beads in green. And a barrel clasp. See, it looks, when you twist it together, it looks like a tiny barrel. It's silver colored and it looks like a little barrel. I thought this was all part of the same necklace, but it's not. That's pretty. It's a little scratchy though. I imagine if that sat on your bare skin, it would be scratchy. My voice is scratchy tonight. I do apologize. I went to an exercise class outside, and by the end of it, we all just, I don't know, the pollen is just really bad right now. It's been bad. I thought it would get better, but we were struggling. We were all on the struggle bus tonight. We were coughing and my eyes were watery. I'm struggling. What is this? It's like a collection of strings. I think this was a bracelet, but perhaps it broke or got cut. Oh, it was part of a best friend's thing. Here's half of the heart. The little best friend's bracelets. Oh, has a P on it. Look. P. The letter P on a little thing. I don't know. Okay. More shells. There's another ball. I have a lot of these amber colored beads and a lot of these plain black ones too. I think we have these in different sizes. Oh, here's a bead. I thought it was glass. I think it's actually plastic though, but it's really pretty. It's blue with a little gold design on it. I haven't seen any of those. Here's a little doodah. Color twist. Italy. Ooh. Didn't we see this last time? We saw another color twist. I've been told I don't tap enough. But whenever I tap, people complain that all I ever do is tap. If I make one tapping video, you can bet your boots that the next video, or in that video, the comments will say, all you ever do is tap on stuff. Stop tapping on everything. Which is why I don't do it, because it's annoying. And I do this for fun, and that makes it not fun, so I don't do it. That's pretty though. Look at the blue in it. This looks like something you'd make in kindergarten, kind of. You ever do stuff like this? Do they still do that? You make the little pieces of pottery or something, and then you give it to your mom for Mother's Day or something. It's funny because I remember doing that in kindergarten. And we were making ashtrays. It was the 70s, okay? So I made an ashtray. My mom doesn't smoke. My mom has never smoked. My dad smoked, and he took one look at it. He said, what is that? What in the heck is that? He thought it was a little bowl to put cat food in or something. I don't know why. It had a little, made a little hummingbird picture on the bottom. He thought it was a paper clip. Okay, if you thought it was a paper clip, why'd you think it was for cat food? That's completely irrelevant to what we're doing right now. I will sit here and talk to you all night about stuff that has nothing to do with anything. I do like this cord, look. It's just a stretchy piece of, like, polyester cord. That's actually neat. I like that. So you could just tie it. You know, put it on, and it's stretchy enough that you could tie it back here and pull it over your head, so you could just leave it tied. It's a pretty little thing. It's a little shiny. Color twist, Italy. Nice. Okay. Well, this thing is trying to. Okay, it's come out now. Now this is not stretchy, and it has no clasp. But tons of these pretty little gray seashells. Ooh, that one's striped. Look at the little stripes on that one. Looks like something out of Willy Wonka. Dang, look at all these. Gosh. We don't have shells like that on the beaches here. Not gray ones like this. You can find little shells, but not like this. They look like full ticks. You ever seen a dog tick when they get full? They turn gray like that. The shells are prettier though. Okay, now let me see. I have already gone off the rails. I was going to try to be nice and serious, and I don't know what happened. Ooh, I know we found some of these last time, these little plastic diamonds. Yeah, we found several of these. There's a bunch of these. They don't have holes in them. I don't know what you do with them. Here's a little bracelet. What does it say? love. It's a red cord and it has little blocks in silver and they say love on them. And here's another necklace. This one has a price tag on it. And again, it has a barrel clasp. Looks like this thing was $25. I mean, it's cool, but I don't know that I'd pay $25 for it. It's interesting though, these little curly Q pieces. That's interesting. It's pretty, but yeah, I don't think I'd pay that for it. Maybe I'm just a cheapskate, I don't know. I am a sucker for children's fundraisers though. Oh my word, I just, gosh. My kids have outgrown that though. They don't really do that after they get out of elementary school. Well, my kids don't ever have anything. Look at these pretty blobs. That's two words you don't hear together much. Pretty blob. It's like a little blob. It's a bead. It has they have a hole in them. They look like that little mucinex creature, but they're blue. They don't really have a shape. They're just little blue blobs. Okay. Now here is another necklace. This one is just busted all up. Look at this clasp. What kind of ridiculous drunk person made this clasp? It's just kind of tied on there. This is about how I tie hooks when I go fishing. Some people, they'll tie all these elaborate knots. I just keep on doing granny knots till it stays on there. I don't care. Oh, it's a yin-yang. How original. Look. I'm back in about 1993. Look at that. That may be how old this thing is. I don't know. The train's back. Sounds lonely tonight, doesn't it? It sounds sad. That train horn sounds sad. It sounds sad to me. I don't know. Okay. We have lots of little bits and baubles here. Pieces of string that go nowhere. I don't know. What in the world? Okay. Here's a red thing. It looks like a lobster. Ooh, I like the yellow one. Look at this pretty bunch of stuff. Oh, it's so cheerful. Look. It's sunshine yellow. Oh, God. Why is it so long? That's what she said. Beat you to it. Look. I would like it if it maybe stopped about here. That's so festive. Look how... Wow, it looks neon. It just lights up the whole table. This is the brightest thing except maybe this neon phone cord looking thing. That's beautiful. These are gold wooden beads. You know what I could do? Cut it down. Take these. Make a bracelet out of them. And put a clasp on here like a lobster claw clasp. And then I could have the necklace and a matching bracelet. I could do that, but if I'm being honest with you, I probably won't. I have been so busy. Oh my gosh. I have that family reunion coming up that I'm in charge of, and I'm just... and work and everything else. Like, I don't have time for anything else right now. I'm just too busy right now. Give me a bit and it'll calm down. But even after it calms down, I'm not going to cut that thing down and make something out of it. So you have to be honest with yourself when it comes to keeping stuff. Say, oh, someday I could take that and make this with it. Are you really, though? I mean, you have to be honest. Otherwise, you end up with just bunches of stuff that you're never going to do anything with. Maybe it's a phone cord. Look. Is this one of those hair ties? Like the teleties? I don't know. You could wear it like a bracelet. It is pretty. It's a pretty color. I love yellow. See, my mom always told me when I was little that I should never wear any shade of yellow because it made me look dead. She said it looks terrible with your complexion. You should never wear it. So I didn't wear yellow at all. I would actively avoid it. And then one day, I was in Goodwill and I saw this bright yellow blouse and it was so pretty. Well, I had to have it. I said, I don't care if I do look bad in it. I have to have that thing. It's so pretty. And I thought it looked good. I looked at it like, I don't think I look dead. So it just goes to show, even sometimes when you get advice from people that you trust and you love, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's good advice for you. You have to think about it critically and try to figure out for yourself if that's good advice or not. Just think about it objectively. And you might find that they're incorrect. Here's another silicone bracelet. This one has little emojis on it. Little smiley faces. These have sunglasses. Yeah, there's no shortage of these silicone bracelets in these bags. There are always tons of them. Oh, here's one of those tattoo bracelets. You know, you put it on and it really hugs your skin. And it looks like you have a tattoo because it doesn't really move. This one has little stars. Look at the little stars. Neat. I've never seen one of these that had stars on it. It has little golden stars all the way around. Oh, that's groovy. These were so popular back in the 90s. I had several sets of these. You would get a choker, a bracelet, and a ring, and they were all made like this. I still have one of the necklaces, one of the original ones when they first came out, like 1,000 years ago. It was almost 30 years ago, actually. I still have the one I bought back then. I'm like way older than most of y'all. You probably know that though. A lot of people think it's an insult to say, ooh, you're old. Yeah, and if you're lucky, one day you will be too. It rocks, actually. It's really great being old. And I'm not old, by the way. You're only as old as you feel. I don't feel that old. Except when I get up in the morning. Now, these are interesting beads. This is not stretchy at all, and it has no clasp. But look at these weird little stripe beads. Are like pottery, kind of. But they're pretty colors. Look at this. You have purples and dark brown, kind of a coral color. Ooh, that's kind of a pink. And they're all different. Every one of these beads is a little different. They're beautiful, but I would have to put them on a stretchy, like, yeah, I can't. I don't have big hands, and I can't even put that on. I guess it's for a kid. I inherited my mother's wrists. She has small wrists, I guess. Here we have a thing from Claire's. Oh, these made me sad. The little best friends bracelets. We have the friends bracelet, but the other one's gone. Well, I hope whoever bought this is still friends, and it's a good thing. You know, not every friendship is good, but I hope it was good. I hope it still is. It's a mood thingy. The mood. If it's green, you're happy. Happy. Navy blue, sad. Purple, excited. Blue is calm. Sort of a teal color is flirty. And red looks like stabby. I don't think... I can't read that. Crabby? I think stabby works better. If it turns red, you know, and you see it, get away from them because they're stabby. Look at this little multifaceted bead. Isn't it a lovely? It looks like a grape. Looks like a grape. It's shaped like a grape, but it's multifaceted. It's like a grape-shaped ice cube. That's what it looks like. It's a bead. Oh, now these are pretty. These are beautiful. Look at these. Oh, I love this. It's got stuff all over it. Look at these beautiful. Oh, my stars. Oh, my goodness. I love this. This is beautiful. Oh, my gosh. Oh, I love these colors. Ooh, you have teal and blue. Oh, this is gorgeous. Oh my gosh, that is so beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? I'm going to keep this. I so am. Ooh, I love it. I love all these. Look at all these. It's heavy with all these seed beads. Oh, they're beautiful. And then you have this part here. This made of cord that's just been wrapped around and around and around. And there's no clasp. I'm totally keeping that. That's gorgeous. Oh, we have paparazzi jewelry. Do you remember that time I found that one? There was a paparazzi necklace in one of these bags. And I can always find something good to say about really anything in these bags. But that one necklace, it was like a greenish yellow. The beads were these little greenish yellow blobs. And it was just the ugliest necklace I've ever seen in my life. I don't think I managed to come up with even one good thing to say about it. And then I felt bad, like, I try to always see the good side of anything, I couldn't find one good thing to say about that necklace. It was so ugly. Okay, but this one, there's another silicone bracelet. Ooh, it has these neat colors in it. Look at it. It has green, black, sort of a beige. It's like camouflage, sort of. Huh. Yeah. But this one, with paparazzi, you have the earrings and the matching necklace. It has these beautiful pieces of wood on here. It is very pretty. I actually have one very similar to this, except these are darker. The ones I have are more of a brown color. Yeah, that's nice though. I do like it. It's still on the thing. It's never been worn. Oh, I think I see a peace symbol. I love these things. Like, what in the world? Are you kidding me? Do you know what this is? What? Get off. This is an earring. Oh my goodness. I wonder if the other one's in there. I don't see it. What an earring. Look at that. And it's made out of like balsa wood that's been stained. It's light as a feather. It doesn't weigh anything. Oh, I gotta keep this earring. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I'm thinking like, I can almost see Harvest wearing this. You could turn it into a pendant and put it on a necklace. I thought it was a pendant. I thought for sure this was a pendant. It's not. It's an earring. Look at that. Wow. That is so neat. I can see Harvest wearing this. I wanted Harvest to do a video about Mother's Day, and I was going to base it on a comment that somebody left for me for Mother's Day. I can't remember exactly how it was worded, but it was basically, it seems to me that the appropriate way to celebrate Mother's Day is by doing things for your children and your spouse. It shouldn't be about you, and the fact that you tried to make it all about you just shows how selfish you are, or something like that. I spent the day, doing things for my kids, and it was wonderful, and no one wished me happy Mother's Day. Not that I would even want them to, because it's not my day. If it weren't for them, I wouldn't be a mother. So I need to spend the day thanking them. It was weird. Like, I can hear Harvest saying a lot of that stuff. Anyway, I don't feel like I wanted it to be all about me. I don't feel that way. Not having 3 extra kids all day would have been nice, though. I am going to say that. That would have been cool. Here is another little... Ooh, this one's weird. It's twisted. It's another one of these little ties. It's like a phone cord, but it's crimped. It's just permanently like that. Let me get some of this stuff out of the way. There, that's better. Look, I found a little ivy leaf. It's like part of some ivy. I don't know what that went to. It's a little crack bag. It has tiny beads in it. Fire Mountain Gems. Cab Glass Pearl. Hematite. Okay, well they're very small. I'm going to leave them in there. Look at this earring. It's like a little like one of those little mimes that floats in the ocean. It's rubber. It's purple and spiky, and it's rubber. It's like a little rubber ball, but it's an earring because there's the post. That's interesting. Little earring. I want to see this colorful doodah. Look at this necklace. Oh, look at all these colorful wooden beads. Oh, that's pretty. It looks like the ones, you make in elementary school with the little wooden beads. It's kind of like that. Ooh, this square one is interesting. Now this necklace has a round clasp and no adjustable chain. Beautiful, beautiful, colorful beads. They're so pretty. My goodness. Ooh, I like that purple one. Oh, this is nice, and they're all different. Somebody's worn this a lot. Some of these beads are kind of worn down. I bet somebody's kid made this for them. That's sweet. I like to think it was something like that. Look at this little stretchy bracelet. These balls are matte finished. They have kind of a matte feel to them. They're not slippery. That's pretty. It's kind of a neon. It's a smaller bracelet, like for a child. This one too. This one's a little smaller, and it's made out of these little plastic beads. I like the little pink stars. That's pretty. And a little woven bracelet. Oh, this is pretty. I don't think it's ever been worn. It just has a little design on it, and it's braided. It's a nice, pretty teal blue. And another stretchy bracelet. This one has little weird beads. What is that? Okay, if you saw the movie The Fifth Element, it kind of looks like the big aliens that came down at the pyramids. It's shaped like those, but they're green here. That's all it makes me think of, is the big aliens at the beginning of The Fifth Element. But I'm pretty sure that's not what it is. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to try to overthink it. Most things in life are better if you don't overthink them. Now here we have a choker. Look at the cool beads on this one. And it's braided, kind of like macrame. And it looks like we have this adjustable clasp where you can take this little glass bead, this clear glass bead, and then you just feed it through any of these loops here to adjust the length of the necklace. That definitely came from a gift shop at a beach somewhere. Yeah, it's from the beach. Gotta be. Oh gosh, we have a lot of these little bracelets. Look, we have, oh, and they're all the same. They have the same beads. Oh, you know what that is? It's an owl. These are owls. I can see it now on this red one. You can kind of see. Well, you can't see because my camera is fuzzy and I like it that way. These are little plastic owls, and we have a red one, orange, yellow, green, and white. And they're all the same. They're just different colors of beads. Oh, nice. And another woven bracelet. This one has a nice design on it. And again, I don't think it's ever been worn. Looks pretty new. More beads. Oh, here's another one of these teardrop-shaped, multifaceted beads. I think we found several of these last time. Very pretty. I'm guessing this was just all part of a bracelet. Or, I'm sorry, a necklace. And another woven bracelet. I think somebody must have gotten into making these at some point. Which I think we all did at some point. And then you end up with a bunch of them. These are actually really nice. Somebody did a really good job. But what do you do with them? You end up with a bunch of them. Oh, here's another one. Ooh, it's like a, ooh, dark purple. I really like this one. This is pretty. Wow. Neat. And ooh, look at this bracelet. I thought this was like the lens out of a pair of sunglasses. I saw it back there. And it looked like a lens from a pair of sunglasses. It's a bracelet. Look at this thing. Wow. Now, one big piece. The only thing I don't like about bracelets like this is that the heaviest part goes down like that and you have to constantly flip it back up all day long. Yeah. That's interesting though. Look at all the clear red plastic beads. Neat. Okay, can I get this out? What in the world is wrapped around an orange doohickey? Look at this, golly, look at this thing. Look at these plastic beads. Lord, is half the bag. Oh, and there's a barrel clasp. I wasn't expecting that. Goodness. This is an older necklace. Now, to me, this looks very 70s. You know, back when, okay, everything was either avocado green or that burnt orange color. Let me tell you, when I was a kid, growing up in the 70s, we had orange. We had burnt orange, about this color, shag carpet in our living room. I thought it was high style. Turns out my dad bought it from a carpet remainder sale. He paid basically nothing for it, and then he put it down. So I thought we were somebody. Like, are we rich now? Like, no. Orange shag carpet, you can't go wrong there. But yeah, look at this. See how the beads get larger down here? This is your focal point right here. This is the big bead. Wow. Yeah. So many interesting things in here. Oh, here's another one of these green doohickeys. We found a bunch of these last time. We found 5 or 6 of these green woven things last time. I don't know. I guess you can tie. Well, this adjusts it right here. Like this little knot allows you to make it larger or smaller. And right here, you could tie on any pendant you wanted. Like, I could just take that peace symbol and attach it here if I wanted to. Maybe I'll do that and let Harvest wear it. I want to hang on to this one. We found a bunch of these. I'll keep this one. And if I don't, well, I'll put the peace symbol on it. That'd be pretty easy. Okay, here's another multifaceted bead. This one's glass. And it has glue on the back, so you could tell it was attached to something. It's kind of a smoky color. That's nice. And here we have a wooden necklace. Look, wow, look at all these dingle dangles on it. Oh my gosh, look. Oh, these are pretty. We have little wooden leaves. Beautiful, beautiful leaves. These are all wooden beads on here. Very interesting. All different shapes. And then these long pieces. All of these. And then we have these wooden discs up here, kind of the same color. And it has a little shepherd's hook clasp, or fish hook clasp. It's whatever you want to call it. To me it looks like a shepherd's hook or a fish hook. It's pretty. That's neat. Look at all the stuff on it. But see, you'd be constantly trying to keep these little things from poking you. Isn't that the way? Don't we spend a lot of time trying not to get poked? Just, you know what? Lay it down. Calm yourself. Settle down. It's neat though. With the right outfit, this would look really good. Okay. Beads. Just beads. Okay. One more necklace. Look at all these pieces of string sticking out. Is that what this is? Fashion jewelry. It's just cords. Like, it's just pieces of cord with some, like, 3 beads on there. That's all this is. Little cords. Or, yeah, little cords. That's weird. Oh, look at this. I know I gotta go. I gotta get up in the morning. Oh my goodness. Ooh, this is interesting. Look at this bracelet. What kind of clasp is... Oh, it's just a little, like a fast text buckle, but small. Now this bracelet has a pull with a horseshoe on it. But look, it's a zipper. Have you ever seen anything like that? It's a zipper. I'd play, if I had this as a bracelet, I'd play with it all day. I'd be zipping it and unzipping it all day. It's just a little plastic zipper. I would totally play with this all day. Nice. More beads. More beads. Pieces of string everywhere. What is with all these pieces of string? And you end up with all these little bits that come out of the bag. Like it's really bad tonight. But this will be our last piece. Oh, this is surprisingly heavy. Now this is a necklace made out of fabric. It's just a strip of fabric. It has little flowers on it. It has a dark green background. And then it's tied together with a little tie right at the end. Right here. Cute little tie. And down here we have, these are heavy. They feel like marbles. They're really heavy. That are enveloped in the fabric. And then you have these little golden beads between them to hold them in place and to make them look more defined. Wow, that is really heavy. Like, you can take this thing, get it swinging good. You can just smack somebody with this. They would not expect it. Just whopped by cuteness. Just smack them with little flowers. The last thought they had before it happened was, I didn't expect that. Well, they wouldn't. Okay. Wait, I gotta show you one more thing. I can't put this bag down. I need to look at this neck. Lord, it's heavy. I want to look at this. I keep looking at this thing because the color just caught my eye. Go over there. Look at these beautiful beads. These are pottery beads. But look at them. They're like acid washed or something. They're turquoise. Oh my God, this thing is long. This is super duper long, but I'm looking at it because I have a dress that I wanted to wear, but I'm having a hard time because the colors in it are kind of unusual. It has this odd sort of a bluish green color that doesn't really match anything I have. I almost wonder if this, I don't know, I'd have to look at it. This might actually look good with it. Like double it over and wear it like that. This is a gorgeous necklace. Wow. Now it does have a medium-sized silver lobster claw clasp and no adjustable chain. You don't really need any. I mean, look at it. I don't know that I'll keep it. I'm going to look at it with the dress just to see how it looks. It may be too blue, but I won't really know until I look at it. But I'm going to hang on to it just to see because it's really pretty. I like how it looks kind of worn down and aged. I don't know if it actually is or not. It kind of looks like it. It's very pretty. I like it a lot. But that's going to do it for today. We still have a lot of stuff in there. These are seeds, but they look like ticks, don't they? They look like dog ticks. Deer ticks. That's gross. I need to quit talking about ticks. You know, I had Rocky Mountain spotted fever when I was in middle school. I did. It was awful. I don't recommend it. What was I saying? Okay, yeah. We have plenty more in this bag to look at. This was one of the larger bags of jewelry. People always ask me, you know, what do you do with all this jewelry? I put it back in a bag and I donate it to thrift stores all around town to resell. I don't keep most of it. I have nowhere to put all this stuff because we've looked at pounds and pounds of jewelry. I have nowhere to put it all. I wouldn't want to keep it all anyway. So that's where probably 99% of it goes. But you can see there's plenty in there to go. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed coming to see some of these things. The zipper bracelet was interesting. And I'm going to check this to see how it looked with my dress. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you again for being here. I will see you again really soon.